Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Hey, it is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. How's everybody doing today? We are here live in Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. But we are here to talk about the Lions and a little bit of news before I have to go into work early, because I get tomorrow off, so hallelujah. This is the practice report from yesterday. Graham Glasgow, no practice. Kerby Joseph, no practice. Josh Pascal, no practice. Khalif Raymond, no practice. And Brock Wright, no practice. But Pascal was a full practice, and today is the day to make a decision if he's going to be on the active roster. But Terrion Arnold was limited again, and it looks like he may be back, but not Kerby Joseph because of his knee. RBF Fred, yeah, I saw your post. I'm sorry, those people need to quit playing Madden and do those stupid trades. Goff and Gibbs is worth way more than just Caleb Williams. But Brian Branch was a full practice. Davenport and Frazier had full practices both days. Vaki is limited. Tesla's limited. Sewell's limited. Taylor's limited. Ratledge limited. Taylor Decker limited. And Arnold. Yep. So here you go for those that are watching that you love this. There you go. Just talking about the injury report here. Pascal went back to no practice today. I hope yesterday. I hope that was just a rest thing. Don't know for sure. Anybody that wants to get rid of Gibbs when he's playing like this for this season, that's an idiot. And Goff hasn't been a slouch. He's only thrown 5 picks all year, 23 touchdowns through week 12, 11 games. He's having a career year, and you want to get rid of him? You guys are idiots. But that's basically it. That's all there is out there. There's not a lot of news. Ian Rappaport says Joseph won't play this week, but he will be
Low
back
battery.
soon.
Please charge.
So that's the news. Other than that, happy Turkey Day. I may go live tomorrow. I haven't decided. There will not be a round table tonight. I don't think. Yes, they could. I'm not saying they will, but Gibbs more than likely. St. Brown's and maybe because let's face it, Green Bay's defense has been decent. It hasn't been great in the pass coverage. It also hasn't been. It's been good to great in run coverage. So 40, 46 yards ain't that far. It looks like everybody but Glasgow is healthy, and I'm not going to miss Glasgow. Let's bring up Iggy Goon, give him and Cologne a shot at it because I'm about out on the Glasgow at center experiment. What's weird is last year when Ragnow was out, we did fine. The year before, because we didn't have Mahogany and we didn't have enough, two good guards. Jim Jackson, good to see you, brother. Anyways, the year before, when Ragnow missed 8 games, we lost 6 of them with Glasgow at center. So we do know what this looked like because we were playing a backup guard with a backup guard with a backup center. That is something we had before. We didn't have that this year until Christian Mahogany got hurt. And we saw how bad it was versus the Eagles. We saw what it was like last week with a second week of practice for those backups. It wasn't as bad, but it still wasn't good. I hope he stepped on his kid's Lego and just can't play. I mean, Jesus, I'm sick of it. But today's the decision day for Pascal. I understand that, and you're absolutely right, Jim. They don't understand it. I'm going to change that to big so I can read it better. There we go. Now I can actually see your comments better. I like that. I don't have to put them up on the screen. They still don't get in the way of my face for radio, so it's a beautiful thing. I just I am ready for tomorrow, and the key is to get the run game working. If that run blocking is as good as it was last week, and it could be, I'm not saying it will, because Green Bay's defense has been good against the run. So has the Lions. That's why I'm not scared of their run game. Josh Jacobs is probably back. I'm not scared. Both of us are missing a, a level just below elite tight end in Kraft and Laporta. If they were able to play at 100% this year for the entire year, they probably would be considered elite because they are elite talent, but they are not elite tight ends yet. They got to do it over a extended period of time. I think it's going to be a much closer game to that. I think it's going to come down to who has the ball last, and I'm still going to say Lions, and it's going to be 27-21. And I know if it wasn't for the 40-point game, they wouldn't be averaging 21 points right now. But they have one. We have a 50-point game. So give credit where credit's due. We also have a 44-point game. Yes, FTP. I think we win this week because I said we were going to split with them. It was going to be the home and home. Remember when we looked at the schedule to begin with? I said we may lose that first one at home, even though we've established dominance and beat them 3 times in a row. We could lose that one at home. I said if we win it, then we put up the FTP signs in Ford Field North and all that go, because then it's 4 in a row. That was exactly what I said. And somebody kept saying, "Oh, we will, we will, we will." I said, "No, it's week one. We're rusty in week one. We barely beat the Rams the year before. We barely beat the week one team the year before that." But as Lions fans, we got used to winning week one. Instead, we took it out on Chicago week two at home, and I'm fine with that. It was funny. I know Goff didn't like it. I personally didn't like it either. But the "fuck Ben Johnson" chant and and Jared Goff chant, that was great. I do because they're at home. If it was in Chicago, I'd feel differently. Um, Philly at home is a different animal. That defense plays different at home. We've seen it. Uh, And we almost lost to the Giants. I don't use that argument because everybody's almost lost to somebody or has lost to somebody who's beat another team. Th- That mentality is gone. This year is the year of the most amount of parity we've seen in the NFL. The bad teams are bad. And I'll name them. They're four: Giants, Jets, Titans, Saints. Those are the worst teams in the league, hands down. I think the Texans are making a mistake by starting Stroud over Mills this week. I think it's a big mistake. Davis Mills has won 3 in a row, and they're going to go back to the guy that couldn't win 1 in a row. It makes no damn sense. Other than, oh, we paid him, we got to play him. I don't understand that mentality. Ride your hot hand. Calvin Shepard. Calvin Shepard said that the first year. That's why Rodrigo was a starter. Because even Alex Anzalone was starting out the year rough. But everybody forgets that. Everybody forgets that hard knock when he yelled at the defense. He looked right at Charles Harris and Derek Martin. You're letting a rookie take your job. So I'm not using that argument. Oh, they almost got beat by this team. We almost got beat by the Giants. I knew we wouldn't lose to the Giants because their defense was that bad in the fourth quarter. And I said that going into the game. That no matter what happened, we would not lose to the Giants. And it took overtime to beat them. Same for the Bears. Same for the Packers. They all had to come back from behind. So don't give me that shit either. Giants are the first team to lose to 5 teams now with a 10-plus point lead in the fourth quarter and a 95% or better win percentage chance. It's nuts. And we got Shane Bowers fired the next day. Hallelujah. Giants fans are rejoicing because he's been that bad in the fourth quarter. Kafka not taking the field goal when he could have had a chance to go up by 6. Stupidity. There was a lot of things that went wrong in that game. And there was a lot of things that went right. The main thing that went right was Jahmyr Gibbs. 3 of our touchdowns. We scored 34 points, and 3 of the touchdowns came from him. 1 of them came from Saint. And the other 2 were field goals. Jake Bates, 59 yards. Money. So I'm looking forward to a slugfest, like all the games usually are in our division. Yeah, we got smacked around by the Vikings at home. I don't think that's it. And we're not riding a high like we were versus the Commanders. We're not riding the high of beating the crap out of the Bucs. We're not even riding a high right now. They went to practice on Monday and they practiced yesterday. I don't think there'll be a practice today unless it's walkthrough, because we usually don't do a full practice the day before a game. That's just not in our nature. It's more of a day off, so it's just walkthroughs. So that's the whole thing. That's it. That's all there is right now. Oh, Arthur Maulet was released yesterday. He was waived. I hate it because he did great in the Bucs game, but really hasn't done much since. Thomas Harper has been the better of those 2 safety defensive backs that we picked up. So Thomas Harper is the guy that stays because Kerby Joseph is out. Brian Branch was a full go yesterday, so he'll be fine. Not only do I want them to win this game, we kind of have to win this game if we want to stay competitive in the race for the division. Because Green Bay gets to play the Bears twice. If they split, that changes everything, right? It's going to come down to week 18 at this point. I think our toughest games we got left, I think it's the Rams and tomorrow. I'm not even discounting them. Minnesota, they're falling apart. They're imploding at the wrong time. Bengals, I just found out this morning that Jamar Chase's suspension has been upheld. He will miss the game versus the Pats, and Burrow's coming back. So they get their best quarterback and lose their best weapon for that game when they don't have a defense. So Burrow's going to have to try to put up 40 points with only a third of his normal wide receivers. Good luck. Because that Pats defense has been smothering and sacking people. Ramondre Stevenson is basically a flash in the pan now. He was good one year and been fumbling all the beginning of the season. That's why Trevion Henderson's starting. All the teams are having issues roster-wise. Everybody's having some sort of injury problem. The Bears are banged up at linebacker. I know Edmonds is out, and they don't know. Edwards is out, and they don't know about Edmonds yet. All 3 of their linebackers went down in that game Sunday last week. So say what you want. I understand they're winning, but that defense has been awful. And if Philly can extend their plays from 25 to 35, their scripted plays, they probably win that game versus Dallas. Because those first 25 plays equal 21 points, and then they went off script and it was done. What's weird is everybody's saying how bad Detroit was, but once it went off script, once our first 25 plays were done, we actually got better. St. Brown actually started catching after that second quarter drop, the one that equaled an interception. So, it is what it is. The games we've lost, we've been behind by more than a touchdown at halftime. Our third down percentage is not as good on offense as it used to be. Our fourth down percentage is just average like everybody else in the league. We're not winning it as often as we used to. Mostly due to that 0 for 5 performance due to Philly, but it all adds up. And we're going for it less than we did the year before, except in the Philly game, which made no damn sense. And because we needed the points, we finally let Jake Bates kick, and lo and behold, he gets one. From 54 yards, when 3 of those were 48 to 54 yards that we could have kicked the field goal instead of trying to get the first down. So that 9 points could have been a difference maker. Because Philly doesn't change if it's only 3 more points. They change if it's a touchdown. That's my point I'm going with. Philly beat the Packers close in their house. Oh, the Packers Philly beat us in their house by a close score. Philly has been winning by close scores due to defense more than offense because the offense has been inconsistent. I call it like I see it. I have been that way my entire time, and that's the way I'll continue to do things. In fourth place, it's goal. It's like saying score, but with a cocker. In third place, it's us. The former Kings of the North. Until we get it back, we are third place. In second place, because of that fucking tie, it's FG. Because a tie's not a loss and it's not a win, but it is a half a point. And in first place, at 8-3, it's Buck. Go Bears. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. And to that fan, this said we should trade Goff and Gibbs for Caleb Williams next season. Give that man 2 medals. One for being a dumbass and one in case he loses it. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the football. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your family. Because that's what it's about. Faith, family, football. This has been Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions. Have a great night, day, weekend, everybody.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.